How to. Before you start usability testing, you have to think to yourself, what do I want to test? Just as when you're prototyping, you can prototype the entire navigation or flow or how a user may complete a task, this is quite often what we want to test as well. So when you're writing out the script of what to test, think about the main tasks that you want users to complete. Additionally, you can also test the interactions within your interface. Can people figure out how the button works? What happens if they expand a panel? Does that interaction make sense for the user? So those are two different things that you can test. Remember to use a script. Your script should have at least 3 major scenarios for your site. So what you need to do is adjust your prototype. Now that you've got some practice in creating a prototype, now you go back and adjust your prototype so that it supports at least 3 major scenarios, as per the script that you write. Paper prototype or digital? What I've found works for me is that if you start off with quick sketches and create a quick paper prototype and get it in front of people early, then you get some really good ideas that you can then use as you move along in fidelity into more digital prototypes. So I invite you to use a combination. Start with paper prototype, like we've made in the earlier module, and then move into a digital prototype. Both will get you feedback from users early and give you meaningful results. Once you've got your script and your prototype, it's time to recruit people. Now try for about 5 to 7. If you're working in a professional setting, you may want to get more people, but 5 to 7 is good for a project such as this. Always try to recruit from your target audience. Meaning, if you're trying to design software for kids, you want to recruit kids. Or if you're designing, say, software for senior citizens, then you want to recruit senior citizens. So always try to recruit for your target audience. And try to get a nice sample, a nice range of ages, and a mixture of men and women, etc., so that you're not biased too heavily towards one population. For student work such as this, it's okay to use your friends and family. What I always say is some user testing is better than none. After you recruit your participants, then create a schedule. For example, I'm going to have participant 1 come in at 5:30, participant 2 will come in at 6:30, participant 3 at 7:30. It could be as simple as that. When you're working in a professional setting, it's important to have consent forms and incentives. Now, these aren't necessary for a student project such as the one we're working on here, but if you need to do user testing professionally, talk to the people at your organization, usually the legal department, about creating consent forms. And then you'll also talk to the powers that be about what the incentives could be.